Chillo there, H+III+T, it's about that dang on time. Two quick things before this video starts. Let me say, one, I have a pretty good feeling I've cropped this way too tight, but you know what? That is okay, because as I say in every freaking video, I don't care, and I'm not going to do another take of this, but that's a basket neither here nor there. Welcome to another edition of This Week. Even though it is the NBA preseason, I'm not really going to talk about the Knicks, because they've only had one game in the preseason, and we play like a game a week, so there's really no reason to do it this week for the Knicks. So we're going to keep talking about dang on professional wrestling. Are you, my dang on Severheads, ready to play another edition of Smackdown vs. Raw? Let go.
Yeah, Los Buenos son, yeah. Lemons too. We ain't going back.
Am I over far enough? The answer is probably not, but we will continue to do this as if I am. I'll just have to make Raw and Smackdown little logo pretty dang on small, but that's a basket of neither here nor there. Now, for dang on Raw, let's get down with the sickness. No Disturbed, gosh dang it. Are they still together? That was a serious question. If anyone knows the answer, please let me know down below. But that's a basket of neither here nor there. We start out on Raw with, again, Roman Reigns. And gosh dang it, let me just ask, really. Why is Roman Reigns' mic skills getting worse and worse? I thought we were keeping up with the trend of not letting him talk and he just beats people up. When he says things, I become sad. When he says things, I become depressed. When he wins matches, I'm pretty neutral, but gosh dang it, when he talks, I am probably the saddest human being on planet Earth. And again, we had another case of him just no-selling an entire angle. Rusev looks like a joke, man. Like, Rusev got the better of Roman, but then Roman came out of the woodwork like the Spirit Squad on Smackdown and got the upper hand on Rusev. And I don't really understand that, because Rusev was billed as a monster heel. Why is Roman Reigns effortlessly wiping the floor with him every week? What was the point of all the build-up for Rusev? Did you just have Rusev be this monster heel to be conquered by Roman Reigns? Feed him to someone who needs a push. There's no hope for Roman at this point. But that's neither here nor there. The Brian Kendrick, I don't know if there's still a "the" there, but Brian Kendrick, his signature, is it the Butcher's Hook? No, the Captain's Hook. That is lethal beyond all belief. My gosh, it looks stupid, but when you really, really look at it, that's a pretty sinister hold right there. He's got you in the chokehold, but he's twisting his body and contorting it in a way to where he's like yanking you back. It's pretty dang on aggressive. I thought the bank statement looked painful. Oh no. Oh no. The dang on Captain's Hook looks pretty dang on painful. Do not be surprised if you see me use it at the Bueno Games next year, but that's a basket of neither here nor there. Moving on to my next dang on point. Let's talk about this in great detail and length for a quick second. Now, as is the highlight of every Raw nowadays, Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho are doing just amazing things. And while I don't quite understand the pointless cameo from Ashton Kutcher and his friend, I didn't get that. They have nothing to do with wrestling. More pointless than that random Wiz Khalifa cameo because lemons. And guys, okay, Kevin Owens is kind of fat. Let's move on from that. How dare they make a joke about Kevin Owens' weight? I bet you $3,000 freaking dollars, and notice how I say $3,000 because I'm broke. $3,000 that Kevin Owens could beat both of those bums in real life. Like, really? They're throwing hands? Kevin Owens would destroy them. Don't make a joke that the man's fat. That's the, like, world champion of WWE. Stop it. Well, Universal champion of... It doesn't sound as cool when you say that, but it's not here or there. Getting back on topic from the dang on pointless cameo there. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens are doing amazing things together, but did you guys catch that for a brief moment? Chris Jericho hinted at challenging for the Universal Championship. I like that. I like that how they just kind of tested the water to see if they can get a pop, and that they did. The crowd was like, "Whoa!" I know. I was like, "Whoa! Are they doing this? Are they doing this?" It was pretty dang on cool. I'm not even gonna lie. Even though they're clearly stalling until Seth Rollins is medically cleared to compete, I like what they're doing. And if we could get a Kevin Owens Chris Jericho match out of this, I'd be so down. But that's neither here nor there. That immediately went into them going against the New Day in a test of verbal wits. Something that I thought was going to be absolutely terrible, but gosh dang it, if that wasn't the best promo of the year. Freaking New Day versus freaking Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho on the mic was a pleasure to sit through. Not only was there a plethora of list adding on the part of Chris Jericho, but Kevin Owens brought up a very valid point that basically at this point, the New Day have jumped the shark. Xavier would say, first of all, you know we don't swim. Hilarious. Stereotyping or not, I found that hilarious. And then he followed it up with, how are you going to say we jumped the shark when, Kevin, you've never jumped a day in your life? Now, notice how with this fat joke, I'm okay with it. The reason is because they didn't just come out and say, oh, he's got a big stomach. It was a witty comeback that was deserved. Ashton Kutcher saying Kevin Owens has a beer belly is not funny. It's not warranted. It's not well-timed. It's just rude. Xavier Woods, on the other hand, did it in a rather ironic way, and I found it pretty freaking hilarious, but that's neither here nor there. Going into my next point, I talk a lot of trash about Enzo and Cass. You guys know I have, especially over the last few weeks, because, I mean, aside from the fact that we got two Italian people pretending to be African-American, you know, just you tend to forget that they're on the show at times because they don't really have a storyline at the moment. That whole thing with the rising stars, the shining stars, whoever they are, I guess that's just gone. But that's neither here nor there. But just the things that they were doing with the Susan G. Komen thing, that was cool. And I would be lying if every now and again I have not recited Enzo's little intro and said on multiple occasions, how you doing? I cannot lie to myself and not say that's probably one of the things I look forward to on Raw at this point, but that is a basket of neither here nor there. Shout out Enzo and Cass. I hope you guys get a title run, and I can't wait until Enzo or Cass get a singles run for realsies. But that's a basket of neither here nor there. My last point for Dang On Raw is yet again another positive. I don't really have a negative other than the pointless cameos, but Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. Number one, main event. Absolutely. That's amazing. Do that more. Number two, Charlotte with that corkscrew moonsault, though. Charlotte with that corkscrew moonsault, though. A freaking backflip while spinning? Come on now! That was freaking amazing, and just that alone, I don't mind that she lost. The fact that they're going back and forth, I don't have a problem with it. Even when Bayley gets in the mix, I'm okay with that because they put on amazing matches. Charlotte just shocked me. I mean, she really won me over. Not that I've ever doubted her, but I've kind of been leaning towards Sasha Banks just because, I don't know, she's just more likable. But, man, freaking Charlotte got my respect for real. Corkscrew moonsault. I mean, even the whisper in the wind isn't that cool, but that's neither here nor there. Raw was actually pretty dang on good. And for a good portion, I thought it was going to be the better show. But, you know, for the same reasons we always talk about, even though Raw was really good this week, where it has been absolutely terrible recently, SmackDown was still better. And let's go into the reasons why. We're talking about SmackDown now. Gosh dang it. This is going to be a little bit of a negative, but bear with me. Bray Wyatt lost to Kane again. Why? Why not have Bray Wyatt win a match? Somebody please tell me the last time Bray Wyatt won a match. Ever. Why? 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 Why are we pulling out the shovels on Bray Wyatt? I do not understand it. And what did that lead to? Randy Orton locking him in a little Renner Center freaking a storage unit? Please have Bray Wyatt win. Please don't do that to them. If he loses, I'm telling you, even the little kids aren't going to take him seriously. And you know you've lost the audience when the little kids don't care. But that's neither here nor there. Next point I have to say, Dolph Ziggler and Miz, this is a win-win. You guys know I am not a Dolph Ziggler fan anymore, just because I think his character is a little forced. He's better as a heel. Let's keep that all the way at that way. Him being a face is extremely boring. There's too many cliches. I can't take it. But this career versus title situation is very interesting. Bringing out the Spirit Squad I thought was freaking hilarious. And was that Kenny Dykstra, by the way, in the Spirit Squad? I don't know, but that's not here and there. But it's pretty much a win-win for us. If Dolph Ziggler wins, he gets to be champion. He's actually got a storyline behind him. He's a champion. And it extends the little storyline with him and Miz for a longer period of time. And there's a reason for it happening, not just another rematch. I'm totally down for that. But if Miz wins, how cool would it be for Miz to be able to walk around and say he retired somebody? He'd be an even bigger heel and continue the never-ending Intercontinental title reign of The Miz. But, I mean, then Dolph Ziggler's gone. Which, trust me, I know that sounds horrible. I don't want him to be out of a job. But, I mean, what does Dolph Ziggler have to do? If he loses, why would he stay? Why would he stay? Let him go. It's a win-win. Either Dolph Ziggler's gone and we don't have to worry about that anymore, or Dolph Ziggler wins and he has a reason for being there. It's a win-win. At least that's how I look at it. My last point is exited right out of the notes. My next point is Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles versus John Cena. Now, I don't want to get too deep into this. This is why I haven't had that many notes about SmackDown, is because, No Mercy is this weekend, and we're going to talk about this a lot in Prediction King. But, I want AJ Styles to win. I don't mind that Dean Ambrose is being included in this program. I don't mind that John Cena is being included in this program. But if we're talking about the literal future here, and I understand Dean Ambrose is a part of that future, but you guys don't, and what I mean by you guys, not like the fans, not my severheads, WWE. What you guys fail to realize is, yet again, you've got lightning in a bottle, and you have to capitalize on this. Let AJ Styles win one more time. Do like you did with Seth Rollins. Push him to the stars. Let him win one more time. Let it get over to the point to where it's like, wow, we can't talk trash about AJ Styles. He's really a boot that. You cannot have him lose on his first title defense. You can't have it happen. It just can't happen. Let him win one more time. Even if he never wins another match again, we'll be able to say, yeah, but he's still the stuff, though. Just like with Seth Rollins. When was the last time Seth Rollins did something cool? But we don't talk trash because of the title reigns he had last year. Just let AJ win one more time. And you can do whatever you want with Dean. You can let John Cena pass Ric Flair. I don't care. Just let AJ win one more time. You will not regret it. One more time. Come on. Really. I don't care if he cheats. Whatever. Just let him win one more time. Please. Well, that's nothing to there. Like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T. I know you're kind of looking at me like, well, H+III+T, you only gave 2 points total about SmackDown, and one of them was a negative. How could you possibly think Raw was better? It goes back to the same thing that we were talking about earlier. SmackDown is just more straightforward. There's so many things happening on Raw, it's exhausting. It's impossible to keep up with. And though they did a better job with storytelling, and the promos were definitely better, it's just too much going on. I really do think either bring back ECW or let NXT be like on TV or something like that, because just having two brands, they've done an amazing job with it. I really do feel like Raw and SmackDown are two different shows. Good for them. But it is really unfortunate how much better SmackDown is than Raw. And SmackDown doesn't even have the people or storylines to make up for it. I don't know what they're going to do after No Mercy. I have no idea. Raw can go on for years. I don't know what SmackDown's going to do after No Mercy. But it's still better than Raw. Let me know your thoughts on it down below. Like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T. You see another Triple OG putting in as much work as me. Do me a favor, point him out. Your World Heavyweight Champion, the only one that matters. See y'all later.